Hey guys, Novaexplosion, and welcome to Wild Arms Alter Code F. We're back. We're actually going to load a save state because based on the end of last stream, I finally have overcome this rotting beast boss. Now, if I just do that, so this is probably the worst fight in the entire game. Like, I thought the Demon Prophet was bad, but this is like legitimately far worse. Like, I think I recorded or streamed. I was streaming for like an hour and a half of this fight alone throughout like the whole stream. Like, I was editing it and I was like, wow, a lot of this stream is like this fight. And it's really annoying because like the only two ways to really win are being a stupidly high level, which I think Rudy's like 46 or something. So being a high level, or just spamming Gatling Raid. I got him down to like 2,000 HP because the thing is this boss has like 6,000 HP. So if you level up your bullets to like 9 or 10, that's like 2 to 3 Gatling Raids. And I tested it, he will die in 1 Gatling Raid. But yeah, this fight is probably the worst in the entire game. It is an optional fight, but it's like a really relevant side quest fight to recruit Jane. So we need to do it. And it's a lot worse than the Demon Prophet, which the Demon Prophet wasn't even that bad. The more I think back on it, the Demon Prophet was at least you had a full party for it, and really the only problem with that fight was the blocking thing. So this takes the cake for worst fight in Wild Arms Alter Code F, but we're gonna kill him. Because I tested this and he dies in 1 Gatling Raid. I think I was leveling up Rudy a little bit, I got him to like 46, and I was just like, leveling up is taking too long. And leveling up gets easier once we get Jane. He should die from that. Yeah. So he has like 6,800 HP, I think, which based on how much I upgraded Gatling Raid, it's like 3 Gatling Raids that he's dead, sometimes 2. Sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll counter, but you need to be careful because that will reduce your bullets. Another thing you can also do is when Rudy's about to counter, you can do an inertia cancel and you'll be able to get like a heal and the Gatling Raid off. That's also what I did. But worst fight in Wild Arms Alter Code F. So, you know, the Rotting Beast cowers from Rudy's attack. The best chance to win is now. I got no bonus rate, huh? Anyway, welcome to the stream, Arietta. But yeah, we're gonna overcome this side quest finally. Rudy, here's a Holy Berry. Ah, Holy Berry from the beginning of the game. What, the Holy Berry, like, just defeats the Rotting Beast? What exactly are Holy Berries, and what is their purpose in this lore? Good wind was blowing at the altar of the Wind Reader. A wind to blow away the dark cloud which encloses the world. It was such a wonderful Zephyr. Ah, Zephyr, that's the name of the Guardian we're about to get. But yeah, I felt really annoyed that most of the stream was fighting that enemy and making like no progress, so I was like, alright, do it off screen. At least kill him on screen, because I showed off enough of that fight. A positive attitude for the future, never giving up even if... You know what, I don't want to read this actually, I just want to like vent about this boss. And the only reason it really sucks is mostly the 1v1, and Hyperion Blaster is too strong. Because his cut down move and his, what is it, Rotting Breath, they would only do like 200 to 300 damage with all the HP ups and defense ups equipped, and I had a good amount equipped. It was mostly the Hyperion Blaster which did a good 600 to 800 damage. And you could equip Floral Arts. Yo, the Dragon Idol shattered. You could equip Floral Arts to increase your healing, but it's kind of like... It doesn't matter because you get stuck in like an infinite loop of taking damage and needing to heal, and you like don't get a chance to attack. Got the Hope Shard, by the way. So, you know, goes without saying, takes the cake for worst boss in all of Wild Arms Alter Code F. One of the worst in the franchise. There's probably another franchise boss that, or franchise, probably another Wild Arms boss that's worse, but it's a contender for it. Some other stuff I did, my character levels are a little bit higher. I actually went around and also got some of Emma's downloads. So she has a bit more download skills, but I'll probably just download a lot more as we play the game today. I'll just need to be on top of that. The skill I'm going to want ASAP is Great Booster. because the grinding method is to use Great Booster on Rudy and Gatling Raid on the Super Apple, and that's how you get like insane experience gains. But yeah, now all we have to do is go to Court Syme, and that'll wrap up this little side quest. Also, I didn't redo the puzzle box. I think it's what puzzle box was it? It was like puzzle box 29? No, 27 or 26. I didn't redo this puzzle box, but I'll do it off screen. We spent like I think we also did this puzzle box and I got to the very end, but I messed it up. So I'll do that one off screen. Because I basically completed it on screen and the solution was basically in the video, so I don't feel the need to show it on stream. Court Syme. I should have teleport stones on me. Teleport gems, my bad. Now we just go to Nikolai's house and talk to him and go find Jane and McDullen. Now, like I said, we're at the end of the game because, like, going to Kadingle's, like, the end. Kadingle leads into the final dungeon, but we're gonna have to start the final dungeon because Jack's guitar tool is in there. But also, we're probably gonna do Kadingle today. And we'll probably get started on, like, Mount Duke, because starting Mount Duke is needed for some of the side quests. McDullen, what are you thinking? Don't you remember what happened with the Gemini circuit? You've had a back problem ever since you jumped into the ocean. You should be more careful. I think I have to talk to Nikolai first, actually. Who is in this basement. But yeah, today's going to be a lot of side quests. Because a lot of the side quests open up. Maybe we'll do some puzzle boxes because we're getting to the end of those finally. Hey everyone, how you doing? Also, I reset aim and attack because I want to get as much bullet power as possible. Mostly for that fight. Mostly for the Gatling Raid fight. Or the Gatling Raid. Mostly for the Rotting Beast fight. And also, a Gela grinding method I looked up also involves Jane. It turns out Jane is involved for, like, all the stuff you'll need. Duplicators, Gela, experience. All of that can be started once you get Jane. Also, what is the, curious what the Hope Shard does for Cecilia. Gives the enemy group powerful non-elemental... Okay, so it's like a non-elemental attack. That's interesting. The other two are more on the supportive side, which is also neat. I think we have to talk to Jane twice, actually. Oh boy, I'm sick and tired of worrying about you. Aren't you guys sick of it too? And then we talk to McDullen. How humiliating. I'm sorry you had to witness that. I should have known better. Please take care of yourself. Leave it to us young ones next time. Are you okay? Is there anything we could do for you? You're too kind. Well, Jane, could you give me the painkillers that I handed you earlier? What? You didn't hand me painkillers, did you? Or maybe you did. Let me go check in my room. Butler, was there something you wanted to talk to us about? Yes, there is, Handpan, and I don't wish Jane to know about this. If that's the case, we only have a few minutes before Jane gets back. I have a rather large favor to ask of you. First, allow me to tell you an old tale. This is a rather long story, but please bear with me. It's about the Maxwell family. This happened 15 years ago. The Maxwell family was a very well-off family. Nikolai, the head of the house and arms researcher, his wife Mabel, and their young daughter, Jessica. The beginning of their misfortunes came by way of a wanderer or drifter who brought a newly discovered arm from nearby ruins to the town's fair. This particular arm was placed on display at the fair. It was not broken, yet it would not activate. The arm was greeted with curiosity, and people were amazed by its misery. Unfortunately, something woke the arm from its long dormancy. The unexpected awakening of arm can only be described as chaotic, and it only ended when the arm self-combusted. The explosion was responsible for many deaths, and an even greater number were wounded. When Nikolai arrived on the scene, he found pieces of the arm still rumbling. Nikolai disposed of them properly. But the tragedy did not end there. Miss Maxwell, who was at the fair during the incident, came across a responsible drifter who had been badly wounded. She knew the town would not look kindly upon him, so Miss Maxwell brought him back to the Maxwell residence for treatment. Since they could not find the drifter, the townspeople held Nikolai accountable since he was an armed researcher. Even though the family faced exile, Miss Maxwell told her husband that they should take responsibility in lieu of the drifter. She knew it would be easier. She knew it would be easier. This is supposed to be easier. There are more typos in this game. Like, I can count how many typos there have been. It's not minimal, but it's also not an insane amount, but it's enough for me to be like, man, there are a good amount of typos. She knew it would be easier for them to take the blame because of their family status. The grieved townspeople would deal harshly with a strange drifter. Nikolai readily agreed. The wounded drifter accepted their heroic generosity with tears. After taking the blame, the Maxwells knew they had to leave, but they stayed long enough to help with the restoration of the town. This whole time, the drifter stayed with them while he recovered. He swore that he would never forget all that the Maxwell family had done for him. The family had spent their savings establishing an orphanage for the children who had lost their parents in the explosion. It was the only other building besides their home. The drifter helped them with the move, but just as the Maxwells settled into their new home, Miss Maxwell collapsed. Miss Maxwell was pregnant and the journey had finally taken its toll, not to mention the injuries she had sustained at the fair. That night, one life was born while another was lost. The drifter owed his life to the Maxwell family, especially Miss Maxwell. That very night, he swore to serve the Maxwells and especially watch over Miss Maxwell's baby. That baby's name was Jane. Who could have guessed? I'm sorry, that was quite a long story. Hope you didn't find it boring. Of course not. Who would have thought? I assume Jane doesn't know about any of this? I mean, he just said that. Hello? No, and I hope she never finds out. It's my sincere desire to always protect Jane. I don't know about never finding out. She'll probably find out at some point. Also, I'm under the mentality that, like, if you're like a father figure or like a guardian, you should tell her at some point. She's like, what, 16, 17, however old Jane is? Like, maybe not now, but like, you should tell her at some point. However, I have started the question if I am indeed what Jane needs right now. Nonsense, who could support and protect her as well as you do? I believe what she needs right now is the company of friends with whom she can relate and share her dreams. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but earlier I overheard Jane pouring her heart out to Rudy. She has never confided in me before. That's when I realized that she does not need me following her footsteps. Rather, she needs friends walking with her. Will you please take Jane into your group? Sorry for all this, but obviously I wanted to ask you when Jane was not around. You don't even need to ask, absolutely. Oh, she heard it! Classic. It's the classic trope. Classic Calamity Jane. You didn't hand me any painkillers. You know I think you're getting too old. I don't think I can work with you anymore. Or at least not until you're better. Is that okay, McDullen? Jane. I mean, I'm sure I could even work with these guys for the time being. I'll join your group as long as none of you slow me down. Yo, can there be an option to switch to Jane's battle theme whenever I want? I kinda like Jane's battle theme more than the default battle theme, but both are good. There's not much of a future in this job, but I feel like helping out for today, anyway. Don't worry, I'll bring peace to the world. I'll be back to check on you. Please get better by then, okay? Of course, Jane. Please take care of yourself. Hopefully by the time I'm back, I'll be a little more grown up and a better person. Like your sister, Jessica? I will look forward to it. No, like my mother. Thanks for everything, McDullen. I'll see you soon. That's a nice way to write Jane into, like, the story of, like, recruiting her. Oh, and we know from Emma that they catch her up. Good game design. I mean, we know what you have. We've used you in the game. Yeah, Pilfer is really good. Jane just gets all the good skills. She can steal, she can use Mystic. She's necessary to level grind with her Follow Me skill. She's the whole package. I want to use Emma and Jane. No, put Cecilia in. I don't know. I gotta download stuff with Emma to make her viable. Although I have a good amount of elements to make her pretty viable. Now the question is, what do we do next? We could go to Kadingle, but we can also go do some other side quest. Decisions. I don't really want to go through dungeons right now and grab chests because I want to get a lot of duplicators first. And one of the ways you get duplicators, I think the easiest way, Creeping Chaos I think has duplicators, so the easiest way would be to go kill those and have Jane steal from them because you can get them from drops or stealing. That's how you did it in the original game because Jack got the steal in OG Wild Arms. So I mean, like, we could do that. I don't want to do that on screen though. So I gotta just take time one day when I'm not streaming to steal duplicators, and then on another stream we grab all those chests. Because I know a good amount of them need duplicators. Now as for what to do right now, there's also rat monkeys too that have the PSMP repair, which sell for a lot of money, and that's like the Gela grinding method. I don't want to do anything too grindy on stream. So I mean, we might do some puzzle boxes. We only need, like, how many more do we even need? I'm not counting the one I did that I have to complete. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Only 12 more puzzle boxes. It definitely wouldn't be a bad idea to get some done. I know I saw some rocks too. So I kind of want to like go around and look for rocks, and if I can punch them down with Asgard, there might be a puzzle box there, because that's normally where they're hiding. For the most part. Dude, can we talk about how great this, this airship theme is? The Gull Wings music? There's Kadingle. We're definitely going to go to Kadingle today. I don't think there's enough side content to do today that isn't just going to Kadingle. But it's going to be mostly focused on side content, because we're almost done with the main game anyway. We don't have much of the main game left. So this is kind of where the playthrough is going to mostly focus on side quest. Hey, number 17. Yeah, done. Understandable also, but it's a crime that we can't roam as like Jane or Emma. But, you know, understandable. Alright. That other puzzle box was so big and long, and like I don't want to have to do it on stream again because it was fun to do the first time, but I'm so annoyed that I messed it up. I'd rather just do it off screen. But it was really fun. It's just too long to do right now. I can only push this one, so push that one there, or maybe this one actually. Wait, something feels wrong here. Yeah, number 17. Sorry, I have to respond to a message really quick. Better at the start of stream than the end of stream, IMO. Alright. What am I starting with? Maybe this? I feel like this is one we're gonna go for like a one clear bonus. Like you just get all of them at once. I honestly couldn't tell you. Down there. Yellow. Put yellow down there, it's gonna get the yellows out. We don't want that. Yeah, this definitely looks like one where you get all of them at once. Like, you only have to do, you do, like, multiple actions to get one clear. Get all of them cleared. It doesn't look like the classic formula of, like, hey, get this color first, then get this one last, etc. That's at first sight, though.